I'm really proud to have Iyn Dyson and Dr. Rhonda. Dr. Rhonda, I think, are here with us to talk a little bit about the event on Sunday and to share kind of what's happened with the DC Black Rep. I know I'm proud to know that you're honoring Dr. Rolark, but that you're also honoring its founder, Robert Hooks, Sweet Honey in the Rock, Charles Oggins, Michael Hodge. Lynn, Reverend Rhonda, welcome to Win TV.
Thank you. I'm excited. It's the first time I've heard about Win TV, but now I'm actually honored. And a happy anniversary, 56 years. My goodness.
Yes, yeah.
That's wonderful. That's quite a phenomenal feat.
Hey, well, you're just a couple, the DC Black Rep is just a couple years behind. You know, it just shows what was going on in DC, you know, in the late, mid to late 60s, early 70s. This was a community that was really inspired by people to really create institutions and to make a difference.
Well, you know, you all are still doing it. The DC Black Rep, the former DC Black Rep closed many years ago, but because they did such a great job in instilling us, you think it's still alive, it is still alive through us, you know. Yes. And that's why the Alumni Association is now gathering things back up and getting the energy going and putting on shows and all of that. So congratulations to you all for staying at the grindstone day after day after day after day. But because we have the infused energy in us, the legacy lives in us, it's just being awoken again.
Reverend Rhonda, welcome to you too as well.
Thank you.
You were one of the star performers with the DC Black Rep, and I've heard your story. I saw the interview that was done on NBC Channel 4. And you talked a lot then about the fact that, you know, you have very, very qualified, stellar performers, but who just didn't get a chance, an opportunity, and the Black Rep provided that opportunity. You want to share that with us?
Well, the congratulations, first of all, on your anniversary. So many years of love and dedication and courage. So I commend you and the paper and everything that you're doing and have been doing. And we thank you for having us on today.
Sure.
During one of the things that Lynn just talked about in terms of what we got in DC, which was called Chocolate City back then.
Yes, it was.
We got an education in history and culture from being in the theater, and particularly the DC Black Rep, about our history and who we were and what we came from, so that we were able to walk around as free Black people, as artists, and knew that our commitment to life was to teach and educate our people and consequently everyone else about who we were and where we came from. When I went to other places like California and New York, people didn't have the same kind of commitment and dedication and understanding of who we were as a people. So we got a really, really strong foundation, which helped all of us to commit to keeping our culture and history alive through the arts. Acting, many times going to auditions and not getting roles, had nothing to do with our talent.
Right.
And people weren't telling our stories. And we were able to do Shakespeare and classical other kinds of theater, which we were trained in. However, our stories weren't being told. And so places like the DC Black Rep, the Negro Ensemble Company, New Federal Theater, honed a family environment for us to build community and tell our stories, much like what you have been doing with the Washington Informer, telling our stories ourselves. And
you know, one thing the Black Rep did was to bring Georgia Avenue alive too. So I remember just being being in the community. I thought that was really great. Lynn, tell us what's going to happen on Sunday night.
Wow, where do I begin? keeping the legacy alive, not only within ourselves, but letting the world know that these were great people, are great people, and they made a great contribution, and we have to celebrate them. Of course, Robert Hooks is Robert Hooks Day. The city embraced him 2 years ago with Mayor Bowser declared Robert Hooks Day. I know Holmes Norton had it read into the congressional records, city council. He developed, co-founded the Negro Ensemble in New York, the group theater uh, uh, platform there. When you talk about opportunities, Denzel Washington or Samuel Jackson,
Mhm.
uh, they wouldn't have been discovered if they didn't have a consistent platform to perform. You know,
Right,
white
right,
agents and producers and directors sit in the audience, and
right,
and they're going to come and see that show, and that show's going to run 4 weeks. So
right,
on that schedule, they're going to finally get there and see them perform. And as a result, they get these big movie roles because that was a consistent platform. So he did that there. He did it here in D.C. Your Lynn Whitfield. You know,
right.
where would she be today if it wasn't for Robert Hooke? So that's so we're honoring him. And then, of course, we're moving into honoring Mike Hodge, who brought SAG and AFTRA together, Charles Organs, who we know him as a Broadway performer, but his real work is work with those young kids at Duke Ellington School of the Arts. And of course, your father, the one and only Dr. Calvin Rolock. So, and you say, well,
Thanks,
what does
Ron.
he have to do with theater? Well, we have a legendary community award, and he was the power behind so many Black organizations. So that's why we're
Right.
honoring him.
So thank you. We're running up on time now, but the event
Time.
on Sunday, we can watch it digitally or online.
Yeah.
And where would we find it?
You would go to Eventbrite, DC Black Rep, Black 49th, or you could go to our website, www.mmtidc.org. I don't know if you can put it on the screen, but this is
Yes.
a virtual event. So it's www.mmtidc.org. And that's this Sunday coming from 6 to 8 p.m.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank both of you all for joining us. Thank you for celebrating 49 years, keeping Black theater alive. We appreciate you.
And happy 56.
Thank
Happy
you, thank you,
56.
thank you.